Fantastic. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. So a frittata is really a quiche without a crust, in that there's no pastry involved in it. It's a one-pot omelette, as it were, but an omelette, you'd put the ingredients in the middle. This all goes throughout the dish. So I'm going to use 6 eggs, 6 large eggs. I've got a load of mushrooms here, 1 red bell pepper, some spring onions or scallions, you might prefer to call them. I've got some chives. I've got a zucchini or a courgette, and I've got this brilliant smoky cheddar with paprika dusting. So this frittata is going to have cheese in it, and I'm going to cube that and sprinkle it throughout and let it melt in the oven, releasing a smoky flavour throughout the dish. It's going to be amazing. And I'm going to use a bit of baking powder, just going to give it some volume. So let's get going. So first up, what I want to do is basically dice the vegetables. So I'm going to just take the zucchini and slice it down the middle. It makes it a lot easier to cut. And I'm going to slice it into lengths and then dice it down. You want everything to be around about the same rough size in area, so it all cooks evenly. So I think courgette is a brilliant vegetable. It's quite underrated, I find. It's got a good texture to it, a nice bit of flavour, goes well in this dish. So that's the zucchini done. So we're just going to slice the mushrooms. Right down the middle, in half, and then slice them through. Nothing special with this, it's basically an easy dish to pull together. It's quite versatile in that you can put any vegetables you like in this. Whatever, you can put potatoes in it, carrots. What I would suggest is you cook them first, so everything that goes in the final frittata is cooked. So if you're going to do potatoes, slice them, parboil them, make them soft. Same with carrots. So that's about 200 grams of mushrooms which have been sliced. It may look like quite a lot there, but when you get these in the pan, they reduce quite a lot. Now with the pepper, just going to slice the flesh around the seeds. Slice and dice. The red pepper will give it a good burst of colour throughout. Also, it's quite a sweet tasting vegetable. And then these scallions, just take the ends off. And I'm just going to slice these. And chives. Just going to finely slice them. So this cheese, in the UK there's a cheese called smoked applewood, which is a cheddar based cheese, and it's absolutely amazing. When you try it, it's very addictive. I came across this in one of the cheapest supermarkets, and it's very close texture wise and taste to smoked applewood, and it is a lot cheaper. So I'm going to use about half of this, and I'm going to dice it into cubes. What you'll find, it's quite a soft cheese, this, but it melts well throughout the dish. So I've made it all into battens, chopped it down into battens, And we're just going to cut the knife through. And then we've got rough cubes here. But we'll break it apart as we put it into the frittata. If you ever try that, you'll know what I mean. Absolutely amazing. So addictive. Right, before we get the pan on, we'll just make the egg mixture. And I'm going to use 6 eggs. Dash of milk. Half a teaspoon of baking powder in this. Some salt. I'm going to put some black pepper in. Half a teaspoon. And these chives. Well, that's the egg mixture. We're going to give that a whisk. Okie doke, so that's the egg mixture done. All the veggies have been chopped and prepped. We'll get the pan on, we're going to saute the vegetables down, reduce them down, release all the beautiful flavours, and then we'll get the frittata put together and in the oven. Right about now, probably warm the oven up, 180 degrees. It's going to bake. I'm going to bake this frittata for around about 25-30 minutes. So let's get the pan on. So there we go, medium heat. I'm just using a standard frying pan here, around about a 12-inch size pan. I'm going to let the oil heat up, just using basic vegetable oil. And then we're going to fry off the zucchini, give it a little bit of a browning. Then we'll add the mushrooms, the peppers and the spring onions. When it's all reduced down soft, then we'll put the frittata together. So in with the zucchini. Just going to put a dash of salt in. We're going to just crust up the edges. So as you can see, the zucchini has browned. It's got soft, started releasing beautiful flavours. So we'll just get the mushrooms in now. And get the peppers in. And the spring onions. So we're going to fry this for about 5 or 6 minutes so that all reduces down. And then we're good to go. We're putting the frittata together. Got all the beautiful colours going through that now. Delicious. So the good thing about this is frittatas can be eaten breakfast, dinner or lunch. It's such a versatile dish. You can eat them hot or cold. You can batch make them, cut them, pack lunch them, whatever you want. Simple, filling, such a wholesome, easy egg dish to make. So there we go. It's about 6 or 7 minutes. It's reduced down now. Take it off the heat. I'm just going to set this aside. So I'm going to use this Pyrex dish here. And what we want to do is line it with parchment paper. So we don't want it to stick to the dish. So the easiest way to do it, scrunch it right up into a ball and then unravel it, place it into your dish. That makes it a lot easier to line your dish. Prevents any egg sticking to the bowl. Perfect. So what I want to do is just scoop the vegetables into the parchment paper and just spread it out. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drop some of these cubes of cheese. These will melt and form little pockets of smoked flavour and cheese. I'm just roughly breaking them up with my fingers as I'm putting it in, spreading it out. I want to keep some for the top. Beautiful. And then the egg mixture, I'm going to give it one last final whisk. And then we'll just pour it through. And then gently just give everything a jiggle about to make sure that the egg's seeping down through the vegetables. I'm going to do a dash of salt on the top for good measure. Give it a bit of black pepper. I'm just going to finish it, use up the rest of this cheese. And that is it, absolutely delicious. Straight in the oven now, 180 degrees for around about 25-30 minutes. You'll know it is ready when it rises, it'll brown the top, it will be delicious. Let's get it in there. So there we go. Oh, how nice does that look? So let's give it a go. Wow. Oh, it's brilliant. Smoky flavour from the cheese. Little hint of the chives coming through. Mushrooms, loads of fresh vegetables in there. Brilliant, lovely with salad. Eat it hot or cold. Really nice. Give it a go. See what you think. If you enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. I'll see you on the next one. That was incredible.